Hey, what up guys, it's Yeti here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be comparing the Spectre and the Stinger. These are currently the only two SMGs in Valorant, and you will find yourself buying these often. If your team want a pistol round, you might want to pick one of them up. If your team is saving, but you have more cash and you can afford light armor plus SMG. And lastly, if your team is buying and you can't afford a proper assault rifle like Vandal/Phantom, and you don't like using the Guardian or Bulldog. And in either of those three cases, you'll have to decide, and this video will hopefully make it a little bit easier. Let's get into it. Stinger is the cheaper option and visually represents the UMP. It costs 1000 credits and it's a pretty good weapon when shooting at close range. Its primary fire shoots 18 rounds a second, and this is by far my preferred fire mode. It also has an alternate fire/zoom mode, which gives you a 1.15x magnification and makes the weapon into a 4-round burst with a slight spread reduction. This will highly decrease the DPS of the weapon, however, it's much needed when fighting someone that's more than 20 meters away, which you should highly avoid. The Stinger has a 20-round magazine, which will empty in just over a second of firing fully automatic, which is probably the biggest reason I don't see myself picking this up consistently, since you can't really kill more than one person at a time with it. That being said, as a jet player on some maps, it's really good to have a high rate of fire, since I can get a kill and just back out with my dash. Now let's talk about the damage. Stinger does not have such a big damage drop off in terms of numbers, which is surprising. However, as I said previously, don't count on hitting anyone that's 20 plus meters away from you. It does 27 damage on a body shot, 67 on a headshot, and 23 on a leg shot when between 0 and 20 meters from your target. When you're shooting someone that's 20 plus meters away, it does 25 to body, 62 to head, and 21 to legs. With this weapon, you'll have to hit many bullets or your enemy will not go down, especially if they have light/heavy armor. But I think it's actually very useful against non-armored opponents on round 2 if you want the pistol round. Another thing we should not forget is that Stinger has low wall penetration, which can sometimes really hold you back. But overall, for a 1000 credit weapon, I think it deserves a solid B tier grade. The second weapon we're going to be talking about today is the Spectre. Visually, this weapon looks very similar to the Phantom, and in my head, I kind of refer to it as the mini/baby Phantom. It costs 1600 credits, so it's 600 more expensive than the Stinger. This weapon shoots 13.33 rounds a second with its normal firing mode, but if you aim down sights, you get a same 1.15x magnification, but this time the weapon stays automatic, starts shooting a little bit slower with 12 rounds a second, and gets a small spread reduction. The Spectre has a 30-round magazine, and this time around it will take 2.25 seconds to empty your mag, which is double the time compared to Stinger. If you're holding an angle where you have no way of backing out and you will have to hold your ground, I think the Spectre will be much better. Let's once again look at the damage. Spectre actually has a bigger damage drop off, but that being said, this weapon is usable when the target is 20 plus meters away. You will be hitting more, but your damage will be much lower. It does 26 damage to body, 78 to head, and 22 to leg when the enemy is close, and 22 to body, 66 to head, and 18 to leg when they're 20 plus meters away. You do have the chance to double headshot someone at point blank and kill them, so this weapon can compete even with assault rifles at close range. If you're going to be shooting them into chest/legs, you should remember that your bullets aren't going to be doing that much damage. The last thing, which is for me often a deciding factor, is the wall penetration. The Stinger, as I previously mentioned, has low wall penetration, and Spectre has medium wall penetration, which is on par with the Vandal and the Phantom. I prefer the Spectre just because I like the fact that it scales better into late game where people have heavy armor, since you can still easily outgun them even in medium range. However, I would actually recommend you guys to try out the Stinger if you haven't yet, because it's a very underrated gun at the moment and it's not picked up as often as it should be. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like, and remember to subscribe for more Valorant content. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Later.